Hi, everyone. I'm Patty Ann Brown, and you are in the strategy room. The fight over delegates in the GOP race has dominated headlines over the past week, but now the Democrats have a delegate drama of their own. Bernie Sanders' campaign facing accusations of strong-arming superdelegates who have pledged their loyalty to rival Hillary Clinton. A new website called Superdelegate List, originally named Superdelegate Hit List, provides the phone numbers and contact information for more than 700 superdelegates in an apparent bid to pressure them. The site was created by a self-proclaimed socialist unaffiliated with the Sanders campaign. Its stated purpose is to, quote, make it easier for voters to hold party officials accountable. So joining us now, Fox News contributor and nationally syndicated radio talk show host Leslie Marshall and Republican strategist Charmaine Yoest. Thank you both for joining us.
Hi, Patty Ann.
Thank you.
So the Sanders campaign is upset about the disparity between delegates won and superdelegates. So let's take a look. Of the Democratic delegates won so far, Clinton has 55%, Sanders 45%. So they're just 10 points apart, which Sanders could overcome. But among superdelegates, Clinton has 94%, Sanders just 6%. That's why we see this effort to swing Clinton superdelegates to Sanders' side, especially in states that Sanders won. So, Leslie, is this thwarting the system or working within the system?
Well, threatening and bullying is not a way to get somebody to say, oh, yeah, I'm going to change my pledge from Hillary Clinton to Bernie Sanders. As a Democrat, I think this is disgusting. One of the things that we have seen with these two candidates and the supporters of both is whoever's on that platform, we're united blue, and I'm seeing these groups change that dynamic, and I think Senator Sanders should say something. We have to remember, when you call a superdelegate's home, that superdelegate doesn't necessarily answer. It could be their spouse, it could be their child, it could be a kid 10, 11 years of age, and they're hearing threats on the phone. This is disgusting. It doesn't get Senator Sanders any of these superdelegates, and everybody needs to take a breath and step back. In 2008, Hillary Clinton had the majority of superdelegates until people in the Democratic Party saw that Barack Obama was probably going to get the nomination, and they flipped their support of her to him, and the Democrats stood united. He was the nominee, and as we all know, he's been president twice elected.
Yes, and we are going to get more to the accusations of harassment and bullying and whatnot. Obviously, that is different from just wooing. But as Leslie pointed out, Charmaine, this effort to woo delegates is similar to what Obama did in 2008. The Clinton campaign says the Sanders camp is, quote, rigging the system in its quest for superdelegates. What do you make of that, Charmaine?
Well, I just think that this isn't working well for Hillary at all. The harassment thing notwithstanding, we all agree that that's terrible, and I'm really kind of stunned that someone would even put something like that out publicly and admit to that being their objective. But at the end of the day, this doesn't work well for Hillary because, let's all face it, she is the ultimate insider establishment candidate running in an election season that is really tilted against the electorate doesn't want someone who is rigged and inside and playing the inside game. So the fact that Bernie is going after these superdelegates doesn't surprise me a bit, and really it would be political malpractice if he wasn't trying to get them. When you highlight this fact that she is running ahead simply because she's playing the inside game, that's really damaging. And what I find really interesting about it is that it ties into what's going on over on the Republican side with Donald Trump crying foul about the Republican process, which he's using as a way to kind of gin up this whole perception of it being a rigged game, whether it is or not.
All right, back to the point of whether or not the line is being crossed here. One superdelegate on the Democratic side, Bob Mulholland, says swaying is one thing, bullying is another, and he did tell the Washington Post that he has had delegates telling him they're getting harassing phone calls as late as 10:30 at night. Some of them are being answered by 12-year-olds who are then hearing threats. There are also some Facebook posts and emails that have crossed the line, perhaps. This hit list website has a quote that says, let's be honest, if superdelegates aren't prepared to deal with the public, they shouldn't be party officials. What do you make of that defense, Leslie?
Well, first of all, to Charmaine's point, I don't think this is bad for Hillary. I think every campaign tries to court their superdelegates. But as we've heard from superdelegates who have pledged their support thus far, whether it be for Senator Sanders or the overwhelming majority right now for Hillary Clinton, they're speaking to their constituents. We have to look at the fact of the numbers, and that's what's going to get the nominee on either side to that platform. And Hillary Clinton has over, what, 2 million votes more votes. Not delegates, not superdelegates, but votes from the actual people that are in these constituencies that these superdelegates have to support not only the will of their constituency, but also their understanding of who they would be able to work best with and accomplish their goals as to who would be president. Speaking to, as we did just before, Charmaine spoke, this harassment, this is, in my opinion, has this become the American way? I mean, whether it's left or right, if we don't like something, we kick and whine. I expect that from a toddler in the supermarket when they don't get their way, but not from people who want to be president or groups of supporters and voters who want or don't want someone to be president. Hey, whether we feel the system is rigged or not, and it's arguable that it is to a degree, everybody has the opportunity to court, not pay, etc., a superdelegate for their support. But, if Bernie Sanders had the numbers that Hillary does with superdelegates, I would hope the Hillary supporters, myself included, would not be acting in this manner. So it just amazes me. It's sort of like the system's terrible and it's rigged, but when it's going their way, they're silent.
All right. Well, we should emphasize that the Sanders campaign says it has no connection to this website or any of these other outside supporters leaning on superdelegates. But Charmaine, a quick last word.
Well, the thing of it is, American politics has always been hurly-burly. There's an old saying, politics ain't beanbag. So, they're going after this, they're playing it hard, and that's the American way. But it's going to bite them back if they cross over that line of tolerance and being respectful to normal human beings.
All right. Leslie, Charmaine, thank you both so much for being here. And for more on the 2016 elections, go to foxnews.com. I'm Patty Ann Brown. Thanks for watching.